Well, here we are right back again. As you know, this is Legacy of Leaders. I'm your host, Jamar Suber. And every day I talk to amazing entrepreneurs who continue to push us to go higher. And today I'm with Jeff Hootselle from SkaleSmart. Welcome to the show.
Jamar, thanks for having me.
Man, I'm glad to have you here. It's been great talking to you so far. But listen, we have to let everybody in the world hear about this amazing company you have. Talk to us about SkaleSmart.
Yeah, so SkaleSmart is we're a technology advisory firm, and really it was born out of, we're probably living in the best time ever for technology, right?
Yeah.
Every day in the news you hear about artificial intelligence and all these customer experience products, and just there's so much new stuff that's happening right now. So it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot, right? So we work with businesses kind of really all across the country, and a lot of them are struggling with, hey, we have goals for our business, we want to scale, we want to grow, maybe we need to try and save some money, do some things, or we're trying to improve our customer experience. It's a lot to try and navigate that marketplace, right? Of just who's the best provider for this service? What kind of technologies are even available for us to leverage, and how do we do it? So SkaleSmart kind of comes in really as an advocate to help out and kind of navigate that journey, right? So understanding the technology, kind of matching that up to what your business goals are, and then trying to find out who the best fit is from all the different service providers out there. So we have kind of a curated network of 300 plus different providers that we work with across things like data centers and contact center services and communications and networks and all these different things. So we'll help customers kind of identify who the best providers are to solve their needs, make sure they get a great price, and kind of just make sure they get taken care of across that journey. That's really our main mission.
Yeah. Man, I love the concept, the model that you guys are under, and the reason why is because whether you're in the startup phase or you're taking the next step in scaling, it's a heck of an undertaking to understand tech and what can better serve us and all these other things, along this journey. How successful have you seen the companies that you're working with become simply because you're eliminating the time that it takes to figure these things out?
Yeah, that's a lot of the fun part. I mean, I think most companies have big dreams and big goals they want to get to, but they don't live in this stuff every day, right? So a lot of these projects, they won't even think about them. They'll make a choice, they just kind of go with that for the next 3 to 5 years, and don't really think about it until it's time to do a refresh of some type. So they're not keeping up necessarily with what's the latest and greatest and who are the best providers in that space. So it's fun for us to be able to come in and kind of see what their vision is and what their dream is, and maybe add to that a little bit, and then help them find that technology they can leverage to kind of go to that next level. So it's really satisfying to kind of find that project, put something really that's going to be great for them in there, and then watch them kind of grow and expand and have it take off from there.
Absolutely. You have a very vast history in the tech and telecommunication space. Talk to us about your journey from your start to starting SkaleSmart.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years now, a couple of decades, I guess. So 20 plus years in this industry, and it's been great. I've kind of worked on the service provider side. I've been a consultant and worked for managed service providers for a while as well. And the one thing that I always saw throughout my career was, even though there's all this great tech, the kind of the customer experience was always the part that was left behind, right? People didn't really think about, what is this process like for a client? So as I kind of watched that over the years, and I have a co-founder, Daniel Beatty's our CTO that works with me as well, we kind of looked at it and said, hey, there's a big opportunity here in technology where if we can really put the customer first and think about what their experience is like, how do we make this easy for them, fill them with confidence to kind of make a good choice and ultimately benefit their company as well as them and kind of their career, that it'd be a great fit. So, I started off on the service provider side. That was great, got a great knowledge and kind of foundation for this. Moved into the consulting area in the last probably 10 years. And it's been just a lot of fun. I just enjoy it. We get to work with a lot of different types of businesses, whether they're healthcare or finance or logistics, kind of you name it. So every day is really interesting. You get kind of a new problem to solve every day. And being able to kind of match that puzzle pieces up, find out what the right tech is for them is great.
Man, so give me an example of what some of the companies come to you for. So some of these projects that you're speaking of, what are some of the examples of the types of projects?
Yeah, I'll give you a recent one. We have a large healthcare company, national healthcare company, that was experiencing a lot of growth pain. So they had scaled and grown quite a bit over the last several years. But one of the things they found that was lacking was their patient experience, right? So patients would call in, they'd wait on hold for an excessive long amount of time. Once they did get in touch with somebody, it was just a lot of manual paper forms they had to fill out. It was just a pain, right? So the healthcare company felt like they were losing patients, right? The patients were getting frustrated in the mix. They were, going to different providers because they weren't getting a response fast enough, and the experience itself just wasn't great. So they reached out, engaged us, and just said, "Hey guys, we know what we want to do, but help us design this and make it better."
Yeah.
So we came in, sat down, visited a number of their facilities, kind of saw how they worked, and really laid out a plan that said, "Look, we can take this new technology, inject it into your company, and it'll overnight really change how your patients perceive you."
Wow.
So a lot less friction, quicker time for people to answer phone calls. When they're on the calls, they can be better, more informative to the patients. Digitize a lot of those paper forms and stuff they were filling out in the past. So all those points of friction in that journey really kind of went away.
Yeah, and I
so
love it.
they've seen a big benefit from it. So customers are much more happy now. The physicians are happy because people are getting taken care of quickly. And it's been a big windfall for them financially as well.
Wow. Jeff, I appreciate you coming on to the show, man. I love the concept. I love to sit down and talk to you a little longer. Maybe we can grab some coffee sometimes.
It'd be great. I'd love it.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Absolutely. If you want to learn more about SkaleSmart and Jeff, please log on to dailynewsnetwork.com. You've just watched Legacy of Leaders. I'm your host, Jamar Suber.